common denominator. So what do? We just simply add the numerators together. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we have 9 all over what? 7. Hello guys, this is Uncle DJ from Mathematical Series for Junior and Senior Secondary. Today we are going to be learning how to add and subtract fractions. If today is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Remember in the last class I gave you some couple of home tasks on how to simplify fractions to its lowest term. These are the answers to those home tasks. The final answer to the first question is 3 all over 5. The final answer to the second question is 2 all over 5. Now let's get back to the topic of today, adding and subtraction of fractions. There are some rules that you need to understand when adding and subtracting fractions. If the fraction have the same denominator, we can add or subtract the numerator. But if the fraction has different denominator, we need to first make them common by finding the LCM of the denominators. This is very important. So now let's work some couple of examples so that you get a clear understanding of how to subtract and add fractions, having common denominators and different denominators. Now for the very first one, we have 4 all over 7 plus 5 all over 7. What do? You can observe that they have common denominators. So what do? We just simply add the numerators together. 4 plus 5 is 9. So we have 9 all over what? 7. Now, but if you watch this well, this is an improper fraction. So we can convert it to a mixed fraction or mixed number. So how do we do that? We use the division method. You put this 7, which is the numerator, the denominator, the 7 that is the denominator, put it outside, while the numerator is put inside. Then you now ask yourself, how many 7 can I find in 9? 1. You write 1 here. So 7 times 1 is what? 7. You write the 7 here. Underneath the 9. Then you now say 9 minus 7 is what? 2. That 2 is the remainder. So from here, you now write out the mixed number or the mixed fraction. So the one on top here is the whole number. 1. The one here is the remainder. The remainder, you write it here. 2 all over 7. This 7 that you say, you write it here. So we now get a mixed number or mixed fraction. 1 whole number, 2 all over 7. You can convert this number back to this improper fraction by simply saying 7 times 1, 7. Plus 2, 9. You can see 9 all over what? 7. So let's go to the second question. 8 all over 15 minus 7 all over 15. You can see they have a common denominator. So what do? We write the denominator number, 15. Then what do? You simply subtract the numerator. 8 minus 7 gives us what? 1. So the final answer becomes 1 all over what? 15. Now let's go to the next question. 5 all over 6 plus 3 all over 5. In this very case, you can see that the denominators are different. So what do? We look for the LCM of the denominators. What do? First, you ask yourself, is 6 a factor? Okay, is 5 a factor of 6? No, it is not. So what do? You multiply them together. So we have 6 times 5, 30. You write that 30 here. You draw your line. Then you now ask yourself, how many 6 can you find in 30? Obviously, it's 5. So 5 times 5, 25. How many 5 can you find in 30? 6. 6 times 3, 18. You write your 18 here. Then you now what? You now add it together. Is equals to 25 plus 18 gives us 43 all over this 30 that we have here, right here. This is an improper fraction, but you can leave it like that for now. But you can also convert it to a mixed number. Now let's go to the next question. 2, these are mixed. We are trying to add together 2 mixed numbers. 2 whole number, 5 all over 6 plus 3 whole number, 3 all over 5. How do we solve this? Now, I want you to put something in mind. Because of the fact that we are having addition here, it is safe for us to add the whole numbers together. These whole numbers, you can add them together because we have addition here. If it was subtraction, don't try it. Now that we have addition, we can add. 2 plus 3 is 5. You write the 5 whole number. You write it here. Then you draw this big line. then you now start dealing with the fractions. Now, you ask yourself, 6 and 5, the denominators, are they the same? No, they are not. So what do? We find the what? The LCM again. So we ask yourself, 5, is 5 a factor of 6? No, it's not. So what do? We multiply them. To get the LCM, we multiply the two numbers together. 6 times 5 is 30. You write the 30 here. You now ask yourself, how many 6 can we find in 30? That is 5. 5 times 5, 25. You write 25 here. How many 5 can you find in 30? 6. 6 times 3, 18. You write your 18 here. It becomes equals to 5 whole number. You write your 5 whole number here. Then 25 plus 18 is 43. You write your 43 here. All over 30. So we are written 5 whole number, 43 over 30. But look at this number here. If you look at this number here, you can see it's an improper fraction. So what do? We convert it to mixed number. So what do? We use the denominator, you write it outside. The numerator, you write it inside. So you now ask yourself, how many 30 can you find in 43? It is 1, right? So you write 1 at the top. You now say 30 times 1 is 30. You write it under 43, 30. Right? So now say 43 minus 30. It gives us what? 13. So the remainder is actually 13. So to write this down in mixed fraction, it becomes one whole number. This 1 is the one whole number here. 13, which is the remainder here. You write it here. All over 30. So it's one whole number, 13 all over 30. But remember, we have one whole number here before. So what do? We add this one whole number that we have here now to this number that we have here. It becomes what? 6. It becomes 6 whole number, 13 all over 30. That's our final answer.